I managed to move the fishing boat in. I can't move the other one, the paddle boat. One, it's too heavy, and two, it's awkward. What I did do, though, was finish this little wall here. I'm so pleased with this. I'm gonna go in because it's that time of the day and I'm feeling a little uncomfortable. I'm hoping that next week that I'll be able to work more on that little garden over there. I'm gonna put the wheelbarrow away and I'm gonna go in. So I'm gonna see how things go. I was planning to do some of the tile today behind the stove this evening, but I don't know if I'm going to. I couldn't do plastering yesterday because I only have one of the big spatulas. I don't have the smaller one, so I'll have to pick one up and bring it up for next week. It's a little fresh and breezy, but it's tolerable. Didn't do the flag. Darn, just remembered. That's okay, next week. I'm not sure if that's on. I also put that one up, but it doesn't seem to be as flush. I don't know how I'm gonna get that wallpaper off. What I'm gonna do is just score right underneath the quarter round and then just peel back the wallpaper as I did there in that little corner, that little strip there. And then I'm gonna wet it and hope that it comes off easily. Okay, well, my pizza's ready. So I'm gonna have my dinner, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna watch a movie or whether I'm gonna do some editing or I'm going to do some Sudoku and have a coffee or a tea and just chill for a little bit. Those are tough choices. So I really like that this is opened up, and I know it really looks junky, but it's clean. And we have to do what we have to do until we get this all done. So I'm hoping a year from now that we'll have the floor in and that this will be set up, this area here. Maybe the kitchen won't be in, but that this area here will be set up. I think that's very viable. Now that I have that paneling off and I've got the taping done, I've got the plaster there, so I might even do some of that, or I might do some of the start on the backsplash here, the tiling. It's not a backsplash, but the tiling. And I tend to lean towards the tiling because until that is installed, they will not give us the wet certification. So I'd like to get that done, to get the wet certification and just start using the stove, because it really, really warms up the cottage. And I'm very interested to see how efficient it is going to be with this stove. The other stove, it was just, it would be to the point where we would have to open up windows because it would get so warm in here. And that would be in the winter, right? Like minus 40 Celsius. So if we use more of this, we're going to be using less of that, which is awesome. And I just want to see how efficient it's going to be. So really excited about this progress. I'm so glad that I was able to put up the lights. My goodness. So pleased and so pleased. A little tricky getting it to line up. It's got like a little happy face and on either side. So one has the cavities and the other one has the prongs, and you have to fit it in so that it locks in place. So I hope I'm going to get some more geraniums here. It really likes this location, but obviously it's the end of the season. My grandmother used to have these massive geranium plants in these huge pots when I was little, and I love the smell of geranium, so I'd always rub the leaves and smell my fingers, and I still, anytime I'm working with geraniums, it always brings back all of these wonderful memories. Oh, we've got a little bud over there. Perfect. Perfect. I'd like to see if it'll bloom throughout the winter. Okay, I'm gonna go have my dinner now. So I'll show you what I did. So glad to have this done. So I've taped it all the way to the top. I don't know who did this. They butchered it here. There's going to be trim over there, but there was such a huge gap. I'll just put a little bit of plaster there, even it out. Won't require sanding. When I do this wall here, I'm going to move the credenza forward. So I may do it tonight, or I may do it tomorrow. And then just up there. So these are the marks. These are the marks from the tape that they had between the seams of the paneling, so that you wouldn't see anything behind it. I don't see anything really sticking out. So I'm gonna try just running the plaster over it to see if, I'm hoping I don't need any major sanding. Oh, I stopped over there because this here is gonna have tile, so I'm not worried about that. But I've got a big mark here, big mark there, there, and there. So I'll say I'm hoping that just a thin layer of plaster will do it. So some of them I cut because I goofed it, but they're gonna have plaster over them, so they'll be fine. So that's it. So step one, well, actually it's step two. Step one was removing the paneling. Step two is the taping. Step three, the plastering. And then step four, the stuff I don't like to mention. I think for the sanding, I don't know what I'm gonna do because I hate sand dust. That and grouting, not my favorite things to do. Another check for me. Time to sit down and have a coffee.